Mr. Faris, thank you very much for joining us. Now, first, I'd like to ask you, how do you interpret Iran's missile attacks as a reaction to Israeli airstrikes and the assassination of Hassan Nasrallah?
First of all, we have to look at what is happening in Muscat, Oman, to understand what is really happening out of there. I think that in Iran, in Oman, you have talks between Americans and Iranians. The Iranians are trying to break all the sanctions against them, the economic sanctions, to recuperate billions of dollars, and the Americans are trying to, first of all, to postpone or to stop the nuclear Iranian program and to stop the assistance of Iran or the help of Iran to her allies in the confrontation league. So, till now, the Iranians were very patient and wanted to save these talks. But I think that Netanyahu, who is the only one who doesn't want these talks, American and Iranian want these talks to succeed. But Netanyahu doesn't want these talks, thinking that these talks are partial solutions. When he wants direct confrontation between the United States and Iran. And he thinks that this confrontation will destroy definitely the Iranian nuclear program and the Iranian system to the confrontation front. So I think that till now, the provocation of Netanyahu went too far. I think that the Iranians restrained themselves during the last week, even after the attack against the Palestinian leader in Tehran, or many other attacks against Guardian Revolution in Damascus or in Lebanon. And even after the attack against Hassan Nasrallah, the Secretary General of Hezbollah. But I think that the patience of Iran is going to an end. I think that Israel crossed, first of all, the rules of the confrontation since many weeks already, and broke also what it was called the red line. And now Iran is in a position where it is losing his credit or his confidence in front of her allies, thinking that these allies are really thinking that Iran told them, that Iran let them alone this battle. And then I think that what's happening actually is that we are reaching the last point before a direct confrontation, before a general confrontation, which Menachem Begin worked so much for. I think that we are in the last step for that. Why? Because I think that the Iranians are now sending rockets to Israel. If the United States are going to defend Israel or to intervene in this conflict, I think that the Iranians are going also to send their rockets in the Gulf against the American bases or against the American fleet. And I think that we will reach general confrontation and the direct confrontation between USA and Iran. And so what's happening now is that Iran lost her patience and reacted to dozens of strikes against her high-level officers in Syria and in Lebanon, and reacted to the assassination of the Palestinian leader in Tehran and to the strike against Hassan Nasrallah in Beirut. I think that we are in a very critical situation. All the entire area, the entire region is in a very critical situation where we are reaching the last level before the general confrontation.
Your Excellency, now the implications that these escalating military exchanges have, what are they going to do for Lebanon, for the regional stability and the potential for a broader conflict, as you've mentioned?
The Israeli incursion in South Lebanon, which started yesterday, even if they are in a small size now, till now, but are very dangerous. Even if the Israelis are saying that it will be a very small invasion and a very quick one, etc. Everybody in Lebanon is remembering in 1982 when Israel started what they called at this time a small invasion till the Litani River, and after that reached Beirut and invaded Beirut. And I think that nobody is buying the story that it will be only a very small incursion. I think that this is going to lighten a real general war in the whole area. And I don't think that it will be an easy story for Israel, because even if Israel has supremacy in the technology, in the aerial forces, in the intelligence services, but this is a land war. This is a ground war. This is a war where humans are confronting with each with us. And I think that here this confrontation will not be so easy for it. Jews can stay in Israel in a total confidence, etc., is no more valid. I think that after all these rockets, which are reaching Jaffa or Tel Aviv or Haifa or center of Israel, it is destroying the moral of the population. Sure, most of their time they are in shelter. And I think that this has a great influence on their moral. It is why I think, and for the most important, any solution for the hostages which are retained in Gaza is not very close to reach. So, and they have the feeling that the government is doing nothing to that. This is what is changing the situation in a certain way, and this is what comfortable situation. Now, Israel is condemned or to go quickly to a solution for the Palestinian problem and for the Lebanese problem, or is condemned to go to a kind of suicidary suicidary situation to go in they call in French fuite en avant, means running and searching a victor, to let the people stay quiet and to let the people think that they are really victorious. I think that it's not easy, and I think that the situation of the Israeli government is not very comfortable, and maybe this is what is pushing Netanyahu to go more and more to adventure.
Your Excellency, now as a reaction for the recent Iranian missile attack, now statements came out from the Biden administration. Now, in light of the U.S. support for Israel, how do you see the role of the United States influencing the dynamics of this conflict, influencing all parties involved? Will it change the calculations of all those involved and concerned?
Till this moment, the position of the United States is a very confused one. From one hand, the United States are asking all parties not to go to a general confrontation. And from another side, the United States are repeating every day that they are supporting Israel in any case, that they will support the security of Israel, that they will do everything to help Israel, etc. I think that it's contradictory. They are negotiating with Iranians, and they know that Netanyahu is destroying these talks, and at the same time, they are saying that we are engaged with Israel. Second of all, the Americans are continuing to give Israel a lot of the most sophisticated weapons the world have ever seen, especially rockets with 2 tons of explosives, which they strike against Hassan Nasrallah. And so this is also contradictory in their position. They are not making any restriction on sending weapons. And at the end, they are also pushing more with their fleet in the Gulf, in the Arab Gulf, or the Mediterranean, where they added the air carrier, the Truman, to their fleet. And this is a wrong message. If you want to stop Netanyahu, you don't do that. I think that what you are doing is like you are giving to a child who has diabetes, you are giving him a cake. Okay? You are giving him cake and you are adding to his problem of diabetes. You are not solving this problem in this way. The only way to solve this problem, even if I want to be in the logic of the United States, is to advise and to push and to make pressure on Netanyahu to go to solutions, not to go to more war. This more war is going to push the United States to a general conflict directly with Iran in the whole Arab Gulf. This is going to destroy the world global economy through the closing of Bab el-Mandeb and Hormuz. This is going to engage the American fleet against the Iranian rockets in the Gulf and maybe in the Mediterranean. So I think that this American position, which is a weak position concerning Israel, regarding Israel, is due maybe to the election, where, as you know, the American administration is very sensitive to the Israeli or to the Jewish votes in the United States.
Now, what do you believe are the potential consequences for Iran if it does continue to escalate its military actions against Israel? Do you expect Israel to immediately respond? Do you expect an immediate assistance to the Israeli forces by the American side?
I really don't know. I think that tonight there is an Iranian communique saying that if Israel responds to the missile sent it today, that there will be a lot more, and there will be direct kind of direct confrontation. And I don't know if really Israel will go to this way. But I think that the Americans are continuing to advise the Israelis not to go to this way. But I think that it's a very weak pressure from the Americans towards Israel.
Your Excellency, now, the Israeli airstrikes resulted in significant civilian casualties. They impacted the international perceptions of Israel's military strategy and its legitimacy in the region. Do you think that is still the case? And do you think that the current Iranian strikes that are taking place, will it change or alter or maybe validate the public opinion?
You know, think since the war in Gaza and first the Israeli diaspora or the Israeli community around the world changed a little bit than before. So they are becoming more criticizing against Netanyahu and his government. And I think that this has some influence in the Occidental government, because the Occidental government are listening to the voices of their Jewish communities in their country. So if the opinion of this Jewish community is changing, I think that the international community will change also. If you open newspapers, you will read every day very great Israeli journalists in Ma'ariv, in Harorot, others criticizing the government. If you open any media, you will hear a lot of international personalities, a lot of international personalities, Jewish, criticizing the government of Israel. And I think that this is going to have some influence. Maybe it's too soon to think about a great influence, but I think that there will be a certain amount of influence on the position of the world. I think that everybody, not everybody, but a large part of the world actually is understanding that Israel is no more the victim that they tried to show it before. That Israel was the aggressor, is the aggressor on many fronts, on the Palestinian front, on the Lebanese front, on any other front. And
yes.
There is a very solid need to reach a political solution, concerning the two states for Palestine, and the solution concerning the implementation of the United Nations decision 1701 for Lebanon.
Yes, former Lebanese Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Faris Bouez, thank you very much, Your Excellency, for joining us.